welcome everyone. It's yet another episode of your using technology to attain responsible business growth on Gate Radio Communications. I'm your uncle, Abiodun Abari. So let's get into it right now. And we're talking about responsible business growth. Uh, Becoming so relevant these days, especially with what is happening with the Middle East. Okay, Strait of Hormuz closed today, closed open tomorrow. The controversies, the choke points, the pressure points, the vulnerability of fossil fuels, global supply chain, and so on. And of course, they need to be sustainable. They need to be responsible. And in business has not come to the fore more. More at this time, it's also relevant right now, and we just have to take cognizance, especially with the transition, the switch. Okay, the 2050 by. Over 150 countries are switching to net zero emission. Okay, so and you know that for businesses that need to provide the wider societal impacts. Okay, does not actually obviate profit making. Profit making, of course, is also as the very core of our business. All right, of venture. Okay, but businesses still have to focus on both profit making and societal impact. Okay, of course, profit making is positive and contributes significantly to the sustainable growth of organizations, as you know. Okay, and but that must be done in a responsible manner. All right, that ensures that the ability to continue to make profits in the future is not jeopardized. Okay, by ESG factors. Okay, so in reality, okay, businesses have to make choices that impact wider society. Okay, not just profit for the investors. Okay, financial return. And you understand that businesses have to act in the interest of all stakeholders, okay, and not just deliver for shareholders, but all stakeholders, customers, clients, employees, local communities, wider society. Very important for our sustainability to be achieved, to be intact, right? And we talk about retail investors, and how studies have shown that 85% of them view financial return, okay, top factor, all right, and for evaluating, judging, selecting investments, all right, but also the potential for growth is next, and you have risk exposure or risk profile, and at 73%, you have ethics and responsible behavior. So very significant, okay, for retail investors, and that is why we are really focusing on this in this quarter, on how to use technology to attain this very important status, that is responsible business growth. This position to growth, okay, not just growing, but growing in a responsible fashion. And using technology to actually attain responsible business growth involves the integration of digital tools, like AI and machine learning models, cloud computing, and Internet of Things, IoT, like talked about, to help enhance the operational efficiency, okay, and of course the sustainability, right, and of course that you can also ensure that ESG principles are upheld while growth is taking place. Okay, you understand that it's not just about growing at any cost, just growing for growth's sake, but in a sustainable manner, in a responsible manner. All right, and we can overemphasize why this is important. Okay, so you see that increased productivity actually is well aligned with ESG goals. Okay, so very important. So the pressure of businesses undergo in order to grow sustainably. Okay, for them to grow, for the need for them to grow sustainably. Okay, that is well understood. All right, and this transformation, this change, this shift. Okay, you have technology emerging as a powerful, very essential catalyst. Okay, to really enable this transformation. All right, so you're talking about the balancing profitability with responsible business conduct. Very important for investors, very important for wider society, very important for stakeholders. Importance of sustainability, okay, cannot be overemphasized. All right, so the role of technology, okay, as a catalyst in enabling this transformation. All right, enabling efficiency, enhancing operational efficiency, and minimizing the impact on the environment, and you ensure that long-term value creation is ensured. Right, so that revolution, right, is actually have been felt as a result of technology. Okay, because the approach to business is being impacted, in a transformative manner. Okay, you see that years ago has been integrated using advanced tools, advanced platforms, that use advanced technology. All right, and you can see, in terms of resource utilization. Okay, resource utilization, optimization of resources. Okay, like IoT sensors, data analytics, AI-powered tools that can help and manage, energy. So you can't actually ensure energy efficiency. Okay, so efficiency in operations, usually leads to reduction in cost and impacts profits, and in a sustainable manner. All right, so very important, and you can understand the role of technology, okay, in managing energy and material consumption, okay, and ensuring that resources are used efficiently, resources are used optimally. All right, and also in talking about reduction in carbon footprints. All right, and when you see how cloud computing can help people network without actually getting on the road and burning fossil fuel, and so on, and how people can also employ renewable energy technologies, okay, like solar energy, so that the carbon footprints can be really minimized. Okay, talking of energy efficient systems that actually help businesses lower these greenhouse gas emissions. Okay, so that in terms of reduction in carbon footprints too. Okay, so you can see how technology can be very relevant. All right, and with cloud technology, all right, people can actually network without actually moving physically. Okay, they can hold their meetings and conferences, and actually exchange knowledge and ideas, and also network to be able to achieve relevant objectives. Okay, as appropriate. Yes. And we always talk about the importance of transparency to stakeholders. Okay, how transparency enhances stakeholdership, and how good stakeholdership, effective stakeholdership, enhances sustainability. Right. So, actually, explain this relationship, this very important relationship, and of course, look at a technology like blockchain. Like blockchain technology can actually provide a secure and traceable way to monitor supplies, okay, to monitor materials, and to ensure ethical sourcing, and also to reduce waste. All right, so we understand the areas where you and technology become very important, very important in impacting the way we conduct our business and ensure that we conduct our business in a responsible manner to achieve sustainability. Yes, and in looking at these interventions, these solutions, how technology is actually a catalyst, right? So, something like advanced energy management systems, okay, can employ, depend on AI and machine learning, and the energy needs can be predicted, okay, with that, the reduction in wastage, and that is efficiency, right? So once energy needs easily predicted, all right, so wastages are actually reduced. So, and renewable energy sources are easily and seamlessly integrated to also enhance operational efficiency. Okay, and you also look at the way wastes, are tracked. All right, okay, and to ensure that the materials are recycled, and ensure that efficiency is also attained in that direction. All right, so and of course we talked about collaboration tools, right? We have collaboration tools that are very efficient, very efficient. That's that talking about digital transformation tools, okay, that can enable video conferencing, right? Can enable cloud collaboration, okay, so that all these commuting related emissions and can be well updated. All right. So, and with faster global connectivity and productivity, you can see that you can achieve enhanced efficiency as regards operations. And specifically, when you look at industries like agriculture, okay, in agriculture, talking about precision agriculture, precision farming technologies, and the use of drones, the use of satellite imaging, right? The use of data analytics, AI-powered analytics. Okay, and we can help agricultural workers, agricultural businessmen, agro-allied businessmen, farmers, to be able to optimize resource usage, and that dependence on toxic chemical can be reduced, okay, and they can as much increase their yield while protecting the environment, okay. So it's a win-win, okay, for them, okay, because they are able to precisely track the content of these toxic chemicals, okay, in the materials they use, to be able to minimize and ensure that they don't actually exceed, right, the recommended maximum, okay, and as much as possible to be able to churn out safe products, and even while ensuring productivity and profitability, of course. And look at also some yes, even in agriculture, so precision also in terms of application of fertilizers, okay, because when you talk about the layout of land, right, the nutrient composition, okay, of the land might not just be homogeneous, might not just be the same throughout the land, okay, so it might have that variety. So with precision agriculture, we are able to actually determine, all right, the right mix for each part of the land, right, in terms of the nutrient needs, okay. It's not just going to be a one size fits all, okay. It's going to be what the nutrients that that part of the land actually needs, okay, so that at the end of the day you have the optimal application of resources of fertilizer, which actually impacts yield, definitely. And the efficiency in the transportation sector with electric vehicles, with smart traffic systems, and these systems that reduce fuel consumption, reduce fossil fuel consumption, okay, and carbonize emissions, okay. All right, so and you have a supply chain that is responsibly managed, a supply chain that is geared towards responsible business conduct. So with technologies, like the electric vehicles, the smart traffic systems, these smart logistics systems, AI-powered logistics systems, okay, and be able to reduce fuel consumption, bring in efficiency, bring in sustainability, okay, and conducting business in a responsible fashion. All right, so and if you look at retail too, all right, so when you have AI or machine learning models, okay, that be able to do your demand forecasting, right? So be able to prevent overstocking or even stockouts, all right, to prevent waste and reduce transportation costs by as much as 40%. Okay, when you are able to predict demand as accurately as possible using AI-powered models, okay, that are proven to be reliable, all right. So that also impacts retail. So at this juncture, I would like to take a break, and when we come back, it's still using technology to attain responsible business growth. Stay with us.
At Armor Gates Training, we believe professional development should do more than inform. It should transform how people work, lead, and deliver results. That's why we support organizations through conceptual insight, practical learning, and performance evaluation right at the intersection of leadership, strategy, and institutional transformation. Our approach focuses on practical learning format that professionals can immediately apply in their workplace. At Armor Gate, we don't teach theory alone. We equip participants with real-world insight drawn from almost 2 decades of organizational transformation experience. Our programs combine multiple learning methods designed for real-time measurable results. Through seminars, we facilitate deep conversation on key subjects. Using group exercises, participants collaborate, reflect, and think strategically. With case studies, they then sharpened analytical and decision-making skills using real industry scenarios. Through relevant videos, we spark insightful discussions using relatable real-life context. All in all, every participant develops an individual work plan, ensuring the learning turns into real action after the program. Our training programs are hosted in world-class venues across global cities, including Addis Ababa, Nairobi, Mombasa, Cape Town, Dubai, Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, London, Florida, and Washington, D.C. Let's work with you to turn learning into your organization's growth. For more inquiries, call +234 807 9574 151 or WhatsApp +1 610 504 6026. Visit www.thearmorgate.org. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn at Armorgate. Armorgate Training, transforming knowledge, interaction, and growth.
Using technology to attain responsible business growth on Armorgate Radio Communications, and I'm your anchor, Abiodun Abari. So when we talk about how technology is relevant in this transformative journey, all right, towards growing in a responsible manner, so we have, of course, stories. We have examples of organizations that have, integrated technology and in this transformative journey and be able to attain that transformation. Okay, so you have a global brand that actually used a blockchain and that infused blockchain technology into its supply chain to be able to ensure that the raw materials are traceable, okay, are traced and right from the origin to the store shelves. All right, so with the enhanced transparency and the reduced impact on the environment, all right, so that impact on the wider society, the consumer trust in the brand, the image of the brand, and for the wider society. I mean, because of the brand's sustainability claims, all right, the wider perception, and that actually impacts the value of the brand. Okay, so you have cases like that. Okay, and even talking about an organization, the business that use IoT enabled smart systems, okay, to be able to monitor the usage of energy, and be able to monitor and adjust the lighting, okay, as you know, in real time, to ensure that the usage of energy is as efficient as possible. So, and that resulted in 30% reduction in energy consumption. Okay, and at the same time, employee the comfort was also maintained. Employee comfort was not compromised. It was not compromised. I mean, okay, that reduction in energy consumption, in energy costs, was not achieved to the detriment of the comfortability of the employees. Very, very important. Okay, so you have examples like that. Okay, and even an organization that used artificial intelligence to optimize wind turbine placement, okay, to be able to boost efficiency and output. All right, so boosting or enhancing operational efficiency. Okay, so this approach, okay, this technology, you know, of course, reduces cost and helps improve the viability of renewable energy for large-scale operations. So very, very important. And talking about costs, okay, talking about costs being part of the long-term benefits, you know, sustainable benefits of employing technology sustainably, okay, of doing things in a responsible manner. So when technology is adopted for sustainability ventures, okay, when technologies are adopted to conduct a business in a responsible manner, okay, you achieve cost savings, okay, reduced energy in terms of energy efficiency, bring about reduced energy consumption, bring about below energy costs, okay, and that of course is a lower operational cost, and if other factors are constant, we definitely impact our profit. All right, so, and we just talked about the perception of wider society, you know, the enhancement of brand reputation. We talk about, you know, that's goodwill, okay, so to speak, you know, and that's stakeholdership, very, very important. All right, and that impacts sustainability, because, you know, when a brand is perceived as being responsible, you know, in terms of, I mean, from the point of view of the wider society, okay, so consumers increasingly favor such organizations, all right, and that actually impacts consumer loyalty and consumer trust, you know, market differentiation, and helps enhance that brand, all right, and of course it translates into profit too. Okay, so, and of course, with technology, regulatory compliance is enhanced. Okay, so which enhanced regulatory compliance, you see that the risks associated with compliance are reduced to the barest minimum, because with technology you'll be able to track, monitor, and evaluate easily. Okay, and be able to identify the gaps of the compliance gaps, and be able to feel safe. Okay, so definitely the ability to ensure that the business is as future-proof as possible is something that is very, very desirable, and this is something that technology will readily help businesses achieve, okay, in terms of walking that path of responsible business conduct, responsible business growth. So the importance of technology in the scheme of things is not subject to debate. It's now a question of adopting different innovations, that prioritize enhanced operational efficiency, enhance environmental responsibility, that minimize environmental impact, that's achieving that, threading the needle when it comes to profitability and sustainability. Okay, so and that is where sustainable growth actually lies. We're leveraging technology to create greener, smarter, more responsible, more resilient, more sustainable organizations. Yeah. Yes. So, in as much as technology very important in the scheme of things, and very key to sustainable development, very helpful in terms of solving pressing social and environmental challenges, very important in enhancing growth and productivity, as we have seen, and enhancing responsible business growth, and access to important, crucial, fundamental services. All right, but for it to be leveraged, okay, it has to be trusted. All right, for it to be used, it has to be trusted, and for it to be trusted, and the risks that are associated with it. I mean, those risks that may pose, okay, in terms of the rights of workers, human rights. Talking about the democratic governance, and of course the environment. Those risks, of course, need to be addressed. Okay, for these technologies to be actually be employed, to be leveraged, to be trusted, to be put, to be integrated in the scheme of things. Okay, so the risks associated must be effectively addressed. So when we talk about these vulnerabilities, we talk about, for instance, how biases in data sets can actually impact the output of machine learning models. I'm talking about even leading to discrimination in hiring. Okay, once the data sets that are used to actually train the machine learning models. Okay, so of course you can also lead to discrimination, in maybe selection processes. All right, so and even talking about maybe in political campaigns and manipulation of voters, or even talking of consumers. All right, so through the spread of disinformation and misinformation. Okay, and even in terms of privacy, in terms of surveillance, all right, in terms of the infringements of privacy and widespread surveillance, that's that monitoring of the activities of workers too. Okay, so look at privacy concerns. All right, so the risks associated with the use of technology are there, and they need to be well addressed. Okay, for businesses, for employees, for businesses to for people. Okay, to be able to trust and leverage technology to attain responsible business growth. So when we come back next week, we'll be talking more about these risks and how to address them, so that businesses can actually employ, leverage, and use technology, trust technology to attain responsible business growth. So until I come on your devices again, keep learning, keep impacting. Until then, God bless and bye-bye. Thank you.
Harmogate, founded in 2008 out of a desire to build transgenerational structures for organizations, institutions, and nations. We have worked with large businesses, international development organizations, and public sector ministries and agencies. Harmogate, our uniqueness is that we do not just work for you, we work with you. For example, we do not leave you to the task after sourcing talent that will help the new hire settle into robust leadership development programs. We are technical experts in advising and supporting institutions on strategy and leadership, artificial intelligence, strategic human resource management, public sector reform, finance, audit and tax, FAT, and strategic communications. We do all this and more out of a desire to transform nations through institutions and organizations. For further inquiries, email contact@thearmorgate.org or call +234 810 999 6666, +234 807 957 4151, and +161 0504 6026. www.thearmorgate.org. Armorgate, building to endure and transforming nations through institutions and organizations.